guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video we are talking all about choosing a homeschool science curriculum. So it is the time of year I am planning out for next homeschool year and I need to pick a science curriculum, but only for one of my kids. So I'm going to talk about what curriculum some of my kids will be using next year, and then we're going to get into like all my thoughts of what curriculum could work for one of my kids next year. So I'm going to share a few different curriculums. I'm going to share my honest, like what is happening in my mind. And then probably in like a month or so, I will be sharing my official pick. This video is not sponsored by any curriculum company. These are my honest thoughts talking through what curriculum for science we're going to use next homeschool year. If you're new here, my name is Ashlee. I'm a homeschooling mom to 3 kids. I currently have a 5th grader, 3rd grader, and pre-Ker, but we are talking about next year where I will have a 6th grader, 4th grader, and kindergartner. So let's talk about what science curriculum I'm already sure of. So I have 3 kids, and next year all 3 of my kids are using a different science curriculum. I know, it's crazy, but I think it's what's going to work best for us, even though it may be a little hectic. So let's start with what we do know. What we do know is my son, who's going into kindergarten, he will be using Sunlight's kindergarten science package. I am having a full unboxing review look video. Those are all coming out because we are using that curriculum. So I'm not going to get super in depth in that curriculum. I just wanted to share what my kindergartner will be using. The reason we're going to be using that is my son previously did Sunlight's preschool program, pre-K program, and it was a little bit too much for him. There was just too much reading. However, the science portions, the science books, he loved. And so I was like, you know what? I don't think a full kindergarten Sunlight program is what's going to be working for him, but their kindergarten science, it's just awesome. And so, you know, it's literature based, so he always has like these really cool science books and then like super simple activities, as well as we have like the kits where he can do the experiments, but they also have videos where he can watch the teacher explain the experiment. So if there's days I don't want to do the experiment with him, we can still watch and it's still awesome, and I can't wait. So that's what we're using for him. And then for my soon to be 6th grader, we're actually going to be using Moving Beyond the Pages 6th grade curriculum, which includes language arts, social studies, and science. So she's going to be getting her science from her Moving Beyond the Page units, which again, I will be sharing all about that, everything she's going to be learning. It's going to be good for her because it's not like one constant science topic. It's like fluctuating between different things. And I wish I could tell you what they are right now, but I can't. My mind is gone, but I'll be doing a whole video on the Moving Beyond the Page 6th grade curriculum, including their science. And that is independent. So her science units are written towards her. I have the science kit, so she should be able to, for the most part, complete that like independently. So that would be great. So that leaves us, you see me, I'm just like sitting in this chair. I've been filming already for a while, so I'm getting antsy sitting here. So that leaves us with my soon-to-be 4th grade daughter. What do I do for her science? Now, what we're using currently is her and my 2 daughters right now are using Apologia's Earth Science together, and it's going fine. And my middle daughter really is doing well with Apologia. She loves reading, and there is a lot of reading in the units or in the curriculum. So we'll just start with that. Apologia is a contender for next year. They have a ton of different options. They have, you know, units on chemistry, units on animals. They have 6 in total. I just can't think of them all right now. And so definitely an option. It will not be independent though. I mean, she can definitely read on her own, but I do know she'll need help with a lot of the activities. I do feel like a lot of the activities in our current Apologia unit are a little unbalanced, like where there'll be a week super heavy of activities and a week with like no activities. I do think the curriculum is meant to be with multiple students, and so I don't know how well it would work with just using her. But then that leads me into the next curriculum I'm looking at. So Apologia is definitely a contender, but there's just like something missing. And so So tell me how crazy this is, because I really like the Apologia textbooks and like the activities, but like there's something missing. So yesterday I was like, okay, I was literally on my phone Googling fourth grade science curriculum, because I just think it's funny being a content creator who shares so much curriculum. Like, I've seen so much curriculum over the past 4 years, and I'm still just Googling someone magically tell me what I need to use. And I don't know why I never thought to look here, but Guest Hollow popped up. Well, I love Guest Hollow. I've used, a lot of stuff from them. And their elementary science curriculum popped up. It's called Actions and Reactions, and I think it's first grade to sixth grade. Yeah, first to sixth grade, a grade school introduction to chemistry and physics. And I was like, well, that's cool, because chemistry was something that she said she wanted to do. And I was like, okay, well, let's look at this, because both my kindergartner and sixth grader are doing more like literature-based science curriculums, which I really like. I really do like literature-based when it's just like one book at a time, maybe 2 books at a time. I really do like that. I think there's so much to learn from books rather than just reading a textbook. So I'm looking at Guest Hollows, kind of like all the books that are, you would be using in this. And I don't know if you can see, but I see this picture down here. That's the Apologia chemistry book. And I was like, what? Is this really real? So what that means is this Guest Hollow curriculum uses the Apologia's chemistry book as the spine, which means that's your main textbook, but then they add on other books, other topics, extra activities, other things to make it like a real full-blown curriculum, but also you can pick and choose what you want to do. Like, hello, that's what I was asking for. Like, I want to use Apologia, but then I love how Guest Hollow has it all planned out and the extras that they include and the options. And so one of my high options is using the Guest Hollow Actions and Reactions curriculum which pairs with Apologia's physics. I'm so excited. And this is last night. Like, I already planned to be filming this video like weeks ago. This was not on my list, but it all just like clicked last night. And I was like, oh, I don't think people know about that. So definitely a top contender for that. As an option. Other options. So my other option would be to have my 4th grader use Moving Beyond the Page, their science. Right now, I just have the 4th grade language arts from Moving Beyond the Page, like their reading units, but they do have science. And so she could be doing that. The only kind of thing is again, it wouldn't be independent, which I don't really, there's only one curriculum that I'm looking at or maybe 2, that's a little bit more independent for 4th grade, but I don't know. I would have to go back through and look at what the science units were, but that's definitely a contender. I love Moving Beyond the Page. I love all the units. I don't know. I think I would rather wait until she's at the 5th grade level to just have her move more independent and us kind of work on something else in the time being. So Moving Beyond the Page is definitely a contender for her science, but there's just something holding me back with making that full decision. The next one that was kind of at the top of my list, and a lot of people recommend it. So I don't know if I said this in the beginning of this video, but I did ask over on my Instagram. So I said, hey, like, what's your favorite science curriculum? I'm, thinking about it. So a lot of what I'm talking through is what they recommended. So another one is BJU Press, their science. So BJU Press, they have either like textbook where you, the parent, teach and you get like a teacher's manual, or they have distance learning where your child would watch the lesson video and it's pretty independent. And so that was like, okay, that would be cool because I wouldn't have to do anything. She could do a whole year of science. I think they covered multiple things. She would have somebody else teaching her and somebody else teaching her how to do the experiments. I did watch, they have some sample lessons, and I didn't love the teacher or the format, even though I feel like they recently made some of these videos. They do seem very outdated to me. It almost reminds me of like when I was in school and like we'd, our teacher would roll in the cart of the video and we would watch. I don't even remember what it was called, but there was like one where they had like this puppet that spoke Spanish. Roscoe, I think was his name. The filming seems very decade aged ago. Like, it doesn't seem very modern or current to me. I don't know. I just so I didn't 1000% love the videos, and it's very expensive, to be honest. It's almost like, it's like $350, almost $400, and there's 180 lessons. And so like, I just know we're not doing science every day. We're not going to have time to do every single lesson. So that one, yes, it was appealing as far as the independence, the video lessons, taking off my plate, and it's still an option, but I don't know. Another option was Neoscience. Neoscience, I see it advertised a lot. I've never actually seen like another homeschool mom like I follow on YouTube who uses Neoscience, but it is basically, I think it's literature based, so you get a bunch of books, and then they create like little experiment kits, and they have like lab books and experiment books where they walk you through doing the experiments with your kids. There's no online videos, so really everything is on you or your child to read and complete. But it did look intriguing. It definitely did look like a fun curriculum. I did reach out to Neoscience and said, hey, I'd love to review some of your products. So if that happens, I'll definitely share that with you guys. I did get a lot of people who said they use Science Shepherd, which is an online science curriculum where there are video science lessons, which is awesome. I do believe you can buy the physical PDF textbook, and they do have it where I believe there's like some for a younger age level, some for an older age level, and they just carry or cover, you know, multiple science topics. I did again watch some of their videos, and I will say, just like I forgot, I don't think I said it on the other ones, like, but BJU and Science Shepherd are very religious. They teach from a creation view point, and I found in the Science Shepherd videos that I was watching, the religious aspect was very prominent, and I just want somebody to teach my kids science. Religion is something separate to me. So I understand, like, in the beginning, they, you know, when you're introducing science, and if you have a creation, old world versus new world, like, you kind of have to explain that. So when you're talking about certain things, but like, just get it out of the way. Like, say your viewpoints, and then let's teach science. I don't feel like I got that from Science Shepherd, but again, I only watched a couple videos, and then I didn't really like the videos, to be honest. They weren't super engaging. I didn't really like the work pages for the student. It just seemed very like basic to me, but it is a good option. It seemed like a very easy, like, just log on, watch the video, complete this worksheet. So it did seem like very easy to just jump into. You know, there's always the option of going on like Teacher Pay Teachers and just printing out a bunch of different like random units, finding some books. I mean, that's easy. You know, there's also just like throwing my hands up and saying, hope your co-op has a science class this year. That's not gonna happen, but I'm not like super stressed about it, because I think in the end, like, she's gonna get science. I think what I'm struggling the most with is science has always been a combined subject, and so this will be the first year we're not doing science all together, and so it's kind of like I just don't know where to put her in, as, you know, what's gonna work best for her. I am heavily leaning towards the guest hollows, actions and reactions, using the Apologia spine. That clicked with me. Like, the instant I saw it, I was just like, oh, that's what I've been looking for, and that makes sense. So that's what I'm leaning towards. But I hope in this video you guys kind of got some other ideas of like my mindset behind some other curriculums and things like that. You know, I will be doing more in-depth reviews on specific curriculums. So if you have questions or you want to know more about a specific science curriculum, leave that down below in the comments. If you have a science curriculum that you think would just work great for me, leave it down below in the comment. There are tons that I haven't even mentioned in this video, and so this is not my end-all list. It's just like some of my top contenders, or like top mindset, why or why not they may not work for us. So hope you guys like this video. I'll probably be doing one on history too, before I start releasing all of my official curriculum picks for next school year. So if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, guys, and we'll chat soon. Bye.